Everybody, it's Heidi Fang here with Vinny, Bonsignore, our Raiders beat writer, and we're going to get you caught up with everything happening with your Las Vegas Raiders, coming off of the loss that we shall not speak of anymore, because I think everybody's ready to move past that, Vinny. Looking ahead to the Jets this week and a must-win situation for the Raiders. What do you think this team needs to do offensively? Okay, I lied. We're going to have to talk about it. What they're going to need to do offensively here as they head into MetLife to face the Jets.
Really just get back on track to what they were doing and what they have been doing, because for the bulk of the season the Raiders offense has been prolific, playoff worthy, playoff caliber. They're okay, and I think that they, for whatever reason, they just laid an egg against the Falcons on Sunday. It happens sometimes. It's a 16-week season. You're not going to be perfect every single week, and especially in this weird, unprecedented type of year. I'm not saying that it's inevitable that teams are going to hit a mental wall at some point during the season, but look around the league and you've seen some teams have some pretty bad performances. So it's not exclusive to the Raiders. The key now is to bounce back from it, get refocused. I think that the message that Derek Carr put out there after the game on Sunday and then reiterated this week, Alec Ingold telling me the same things. I think that they're ready to get back on track and prepare the right way. And be of the right frame of mind on Sunday against the Jets.
Something else Derek Carr had said, Vinny, in that same stretch when we spoke with them after that game was that they felt flat during practice, that they didn't feel like that they had practiced up to the standard that they've been used to. And Greg Olson, we had the opportunity to speak with the offensive coordinator of the Raiders today, also addressed that and how they're going to prepare better this week.
You got to try and address, some of the issues that are very correctable, and we addressed those issues early in the week, and then we wanted to move right on to the Jets because it's, again, every year is different, every team's different. We didn't play very well when we went back there last year, but it's a totally different football team. So we would try to get back to another East Coast trip, your winning routine during the week. We didn't have to deal with Thanksgiving this week, so it was a little bit different routine this week than last week. But our preparations just got to be better. And again, we talked about the details of everybody's assignments, and just kind of brought it back home and trying to get back to what we thought was a winning recipe early on in the season.
Also, Vinny, we had the opportunity to speak with defensive coordinator Paul Guenther. We'll get to some of his comments, but I wanted to touch on the return of Cory Littleton. He spoke about his battle with COVID-19. Yesterday, we heard from Cleve Farrell on the same. So when you think about getting up to NFL speed for these guys, how difficult a road do you think they have ahead?
Well, obviously, it depends on how symptomatic you were, if you even were at all. Cleve was symptomatic. Cory told us today that he had some symptoms. So the road to recovery is just different for everybody involved, depending on what level of symptoms you have, if any, dealing with the COVID-19. It looks like, based on how he played on Sunday, he's right back where he needs to be physically. And I thought that Cory played well in that game. He was really active, flying around, making some tackles, looked good in pass coverage. And, I felt going into that game, sometimes it's important for a player, beneficial maybe for a player, especially a guy that has signed a big contract and might be playing with a heavy burden trying to live up to that contract. Cory Littleton was a guy that came out of nowhere as an undrafted free agent. He was never a high first-round pick, or a guy that people always had high expectations for. He kind of backdoored his way to a career in the NFL and then a big payday with the Raiders. And I think there was some pressure that he was feeling to live up to that contract. The way he played on Sunday, his first game back after sitting and watching and going through COVID-19, kind of showed me a guy that was a little bit more relaxed and a little bit more ready to play on instincts rather than thinking. So we'll see if he can carry that through the rest of the season. If he does, the Raiders defense, I think, is going to feel that and his presence.
Something Paul Guenther addressed today was the pressure, getting that pressure up front. It was something that they was starting to click, it looked like, in the past couple games up until Atlanta. So what does this defense need to do to bring that pressure so that the quarterback is not getting comfortable in the pocket and then allowing 43 points against the team?
Honestly, I'm not sure what more they can do at this point. We're, 11 games into the season, and the Raiders really haven't found a consistent pass rush. The hope is that Vic Beasley can give him some juice. The hope is Tack McKinley can give him some juice. The hope that Cleve Farrell coming back after missing 2 games on the COVID list is going to help. But the reality of the situation is, and to be perfectly frank, pass rush pressure, improving that significantly, that's a fight for another day. And when I say other day, I mean next offseason, the draft, free agency. Right now, they just got to cobble together some kind of a rotation that can give them a little bit more than what they've been getting. But right now, it's a problem that unfortunately they have to work around and kind of put off to the side in the hopes of really doing something that helps it dramatically in the offseason.
All right, there you have it, Vinny Bonsignore, and you can catch his podcast with Sam Gordon, who was on with me yesterday, 1st and 10 every Monday, as well as all the other stuff that we do here on Vegas Nation at vegasnation.com and by downloading the Vegas Nation app. Vinny, thank you so much for the time today. For Vinny Bonsignore, I'm Heidi Fang. We'll be back tomorrow.